Hello everybody, this is Zephy from I Am Zephy and I Love to Scrap. And today I'm showing you my messy craft area because I'm a little bit crazy and I want to share with you. No, I'm joking. Jeanette from Scrapping Happy has challenged us to show our scrap areas, our crafting areas, because she's busy trying to sort hers out and she needs some ideas. And here it is. I have a video that I took about 3 years ago of this same area, but it's interesting to see how much fuller it has become. As I'm speaking to you, I'm sitting on our couch that we watch TV, and we've needed to scoot the couch over a bit because this chest of drawers is a little bit obtrusive here, but not many people sit here anymore as a family. The kids have all grown and so forth. But in my previous video, I had an expeditor for, let me just quickly take you to it. This expedit here was over there, and I had my desk over that. And it was a pain in the neck because every time I needed something, I had boxes in it, like shoe boxes, and the drawers that come with it are too deep and it was really not working for me. It was an irritation. And I saw a British girl, I forget her name now, who had her stuff packed in drawers, and I thought, this is it. And I found this shelf at IKEA, but it was such a pain because if I take you down here, can you see that join? It had that 45-degree join, and when I loaded the drawers, they would fall off because it would stretch, so I needed to put those metal brackets on there, but that's another story for another day. Anyway, I love the drawers because, for instance, this black box was in my Expedit shelf. I used to have 2 or 3 of these in each cubby, and it was really a pain. When I was looking for something, I had to open the boxes and the lids were all over the place and so forth. So this top drawer now is my embellishments, and you can see I'm sitting on my chair now talking to you. So that's how easy it is to get to the stuff. And the drawers below here are my stamps. So that's how easy I find the stuff. But what I think I'll do today is I'll concentrate on my laces. And Jeanette wanted some tips for space-saving ideas. And she works with laces and ribbons more than anything else. These little drawers here are from this unit up here. There's 2 units here that I've got my inks in, and I've flipped them around so I can use it. Can you see that's got my dynamo tape in? That drawer's upside down, but it works. So I've used the drawers here, and Jeanette, my best tip for you for bits and pieces is this. And I started this early on when I used to get little, 30-centimeter pieces of lace in my kits, or if I did swaps and so on. I landed up with all this lace that had no home, and it was starting to fray and so forth. So what I do is I buy these Ziploc bags. They're really quite cheap over here. And I punch a hole in the back, and then you can use a ring. But even the rings, the little clippy rings are not easily found here. So a piece of ribbon does a job. And they were all sorted out by color. But they, as you go along, they get mixed up. So when I have no mojo, I sit and sort them out again. Okay, and then I have 1 or 2 shoe boxes underneath my desk with some of the other laces. The other thing I want to talk about are ribbons. My ribbons were also in boxes all over the house, and in fact I've got some ribbons in boxes still. This bag here is just bits and pieces of ribbon that I save off gifts, off cakes that arrive. Sometimes when you go shopping, they add a ribbon on your parcel, so that's odds and ends. these ribbons here were a little prize from CSI. There's 2 bags. You can see this drawer doesn't open very well, but it's fine because it's quite organized and I know what I've got, so I could just unpack it. This is another collection of laces, my pink laces. So they're all together, so that's really nice. And then what I do with the ribbons is I keep the ones that aren't on spools on, I keep them in bags. Can you see with their color families? Here are the pink ones. That one, funnily enough, is still on a spool. It shouldn't be in there. And so forth. And then further back are the spools. So I can just pull this box forward and get it out. I don't think you can see that very well. So bags are my solution. Another thing, Jeanette, and I think I've shown this when I was in Lesbos, not this past summer, the summer before, I had gone drinking. I'll tell you about this vase in a while. And I had scraps. That's when I started dabbling with lace. And my father-in-law eats tons of honey, and he had all these jars in his pantry. So I started using them for my bits. In fact, this was one of the first ones I had. I separated them in white lace and cream lace. And that piece of lace and that piece of lace and that is stuff I found over there when I was there in the flea market. And that one is vintage. That is really my best. I just love looking at these. I don't know when I'm going to use them. I'm hoarding them. This is avo dyed, and that's dyed with rosehip tea. Look at the purple. And then this jar at the back here, it's much bigger than these. It's got this, you know, it's a canning jar. That's got all rosettes and flower shaped stuff. That's a tiny little vase, and that's got tiny, tiny scraps of lace. And right at the back there are 2 more jars, one with paper flowers, one with normal flowers. What I'm doing, I'm in a little bit into art journaling, and I'm doing life book this year as well. I did life book last year, and I'm doing it this year with Tamara Laporte. And she encouraged us to decoupage a jar, and it's the jar of awesomeness. So every time you do something awesome, or actually every day, you should try, and at the end of the day, just think, oh, what did I do today that was good? Like for today, I can really say, oh, I actually did this video that I've been thinking of doing for the past 2 weeks. So I'm doing little tags, and you just put them in there, and if you're feeling down or depressed, you just open your jar of awesomeness and have a little read and see what you've done. That was wow. So that's it. That's my new Tilda papers. So, and I thought it looked quite nice over here with the jars. And then I'll show you one more area that I've got with laces, and that is round the corner. This little trolley thing is a little extra because I just don't know where to put. These are the Project Life stuff. Underneath here, all camouflaged, are my sprays because my grandson comes here, and sorry, these are my towels that I use for when I spray. So I just tuck them in there, and I can also show you some other stage where my art journaling stuff are. In here is a drawer of laces. These are little doilies that are for cutting up. And once again, stuff are in baggies, you see. These are new bags. These are a few of the things that were left over from my Christmas journal. So again, tied up together. And all of these laces here I have in bulk. There's big spools. I had bought stuff when I was doing the lessons. That's a vintage lace that I found in Mytilene. So I put that on. So these are in bulk. So instead of having the big spools, I put the big spools away, and I've just unraveled a bit over here. I don't know why it's so dark. And that's just odds and sods gifts. That was from Natasha, and that was from Kim. I usually write on each one where it's from. And these are some laces that a friend of mine sent me. That's from Lily's store, and various other things. So I find that's very useful to have, you know, like that. That is the thing I found over in Lesbos as well, a big roll. I've kept the big roll somewhere else, and then I just cut a little bit and I keep it in here. So when you see it, you remember what you've got. Okay, I'll be back with more. Keep well. Bye.